Good afternoon, YouTube. My name is Will. Big boy here is Enzo. Little one is Lotus. No, you can't have it. Really? Jeez. Wow, that lens is probably fogged up. Anyways, I'm sure that'll clear up here in a second. But today's topic is, can you daily drive an Evo 8, 9, 10? It's still so foggy. Okay, I think that's better. So, can you daily drive an Evo 8, 9, or 10? To me, this is kind of a silly question that I never understood when people ask these types of questions. Can you daily drive XYZ vehicle? It's like, yes, you can. Like, why would you think you couldn't? It's just completely silly. If you were talking about daily driving in the purest form, meaning that is like your only car, really, and let's assume you don't have some sort of job where you're like hauling stuff, you know, let's just assume you go to work, so your car is your transportation, then really all your car needs to be able to do is hold however many people you need to carry on a regular basis. So if you're single, it needs to hold one at least. If you're married, it needs to hold two. If you've got 2 kids, it needs to hold 4. You know, and that's really all there is to it. This whole it's gotta have, you know, can you live with it type thing it just doesn't make sense to me. I think what people are really asking is, can you deal with this car every day? That's a different question. And, you know, with any car, there's going to be, I think the lens may have still been foggy, so hopefully it's okay. With any car, there's going to be sacrifice. Whether that's you get the minivan because you think your kids need lots of space, but then you're driving a minivan, or whether or not that's an Evo, but you don't have lots of space and it's a little bit harder of a ride. You know, you're going to have those compromises. And at the end of the day, you really just got to ask yourself, why? Why did you buy this car? Why are you buying this car? And if that's enough, you know, for me, it was always, you know, for me, the sacrifice was really comfort and amenities, and that was really it. So as long as you're, you know, and even to this day, I've daily driven my Evo 9 back in the day. I daily drove this car for a couple years, and now I'm daily driving it again, basically. Daily drove the 10 during the summers when the wife was off, and I've never had an issue with it. Yeah, there are those times where it's like, man, you know, I'm getting a little uncomfortable in here. I've been running a bunch of errands or something like that, but it was never enough that it made me think, oh, I should sell this car and get a, I don't know, a Camry or something like that. So the sun keeps moving, so I keep moving. So the short answer is yes. Really, the obvious answer is yes, you can daily drive an Evo. Funny story is, back in like 08, I was going to school full time. I was working at this few month period, I wasn't quite working full time, and through a weird series of events, I found myself with no cars other than a bike. So I daily rode my Gixxer 750 to school every day. Now, I didn't have class every day, so I rode it, you know, 2 or 3 times a week, and then whatever days I was working, I would ride it to work. And I did this basically every day for 4 months, almost 4 months. And it was like September, October, November. It wasn't like summer, nice weather type stuff. I remember snowflakes. You know, basically it was, as long as I can get to where I'm going with the weather being okay, then I'm fine. You know, I don't want to show up to work soaking wet or show up to class soaking wet, but if I can get there, then I'm fine. If when I leave it's pouring down rain, then so be it. I get wet, I go home, I change my clothes and deal with things then. You know, and anyways. So it really comes down to, are you willing to make that sacrifice or not? I don't think it's that big of a sacrifice, even if you have a couple kids. When I was a kid, my parents, most of my childhood, had like a Mazda Protege, 3 kids. So, I mean, you sat like shoulder to shoulder and you dealt with it. I mean, it's just what you did. Let me know what you guys think. Comment below. Subscribe to follow along with the channel. Like if you enjoyed the video. Other than that, pups are going crazy. And I think we're going to call this, let them burn off some energy. Appreciate you guys as always, and I will see you on the next video.